Do I need to control everything? If you do, then you probably got to create some space. You probably need to be gone for extended periods of time, because no matter what you do, if you're there, you're likely to slide right back to old patterns, old habits. Transition, an awful lot of dealers, just that word just sounds horrible. The idea of retiring sounds horrible. They love what they do. They love their businesses. They, in their life, what would I do? I'm not going to play golf or pinochle. What am I going to do, etc. And I think one of the things they have to do is to really look in the mirror and examine themselves and get real with themselves. And they have to ask questions like, am I a micromanager? Do I need to control everything? Do I have to have my finger on the pulse all the time, etc. If you do, then you probably got to create some space. You probably need to be gone for extended periods of time, because no matter what you do, if you're there, you're likely to slide right back into old patterns, old habits. He had to move out of state. And in doing that, when he moved out of state, he created an environment where his kids could begin to grow. Managers would go to them instead of going to dad, etc. That was crucial. Now, that's not true of everybody. For some people, they have a natural ability to back off. They can work more in a collaborative manner with their kids. And so they may take on a role and decide, okay, what's the thing that I can do that will allow my son or daughter to shine, that I can step back and allow them to have more of the limelight, etc., and we can do it together. So a lot of this depends on who you are and what kind of personality you've got. I give a lot of credit to Lloyd Rawls, the founder of the Rawls Group and chairman of the board. Lloyd knew probably as well as anybody, having worked with literally thousands of family-owned business owners, how important it was if he wanted his company to transition and to be there long after he was gone. He understood the necessity of his creating space for his successor. So, he did some things that were critically important. The first one he did was he stepped back and transferred the day-to-day operations to Dave Ciambella as the president of the company, and decided that he would take on a different role, that he would focus on working with clients more specifically, which he loved doing and he was extremely good at. So he defined his role, and important to that was to create clear expectations between he and Dave. Another one that he understands is critically important is to support the successor's decisions publicly. If you're going to disagree, do it in private. And then to meet regularly with the successor, communicate, etc. And hey, these guys are wonderful guys that I love dearly, and they're highly effective professionals, but they are people. So mistakes are going to be made. There are going to be times when you need to forgive and forget and move on. I think Lloyd has made a great move to try and make it possible for the Rawls Group to be around another 50 years by making that transition and making those tough decisions. I've tried to do the same thing, as I recognize at what stage of life I'm at, how important it is in working with my successors, to give them the limelight, to step back, allow them to be to back up them, or someone was backing me up, and then to find a place where I can continue to have meaningful impact in a positive way, and recognizing that there's a time when you need to be more of a cheerleader than a critic. If you are, then your successors are more likely to want to have you around.